All final images should be optimized. It doesn't matter whether they're PNG or JPEG or GIF or video or, in our case, SVG. You want to make them as small as possible file-wise so that they load blazing fast on whatever website or web app you're creating. In our case, for SVGs, for icons, we're going to use an app called svgOMG, which is created by Jake Archibald, and it is awesome. It's based off of SVGO, which is completely open source, but he's gone the distance and made this really cool interface. A little bit of drag and drop. There's some demos. You can paste markup. And then once we get into it, there are a ton of sensible defaults that just really compact your SVGs in a way that I love. I love it. Before we do that, I want to talk about icons for a second, or creating icons. So over here I have these 3 icons that I've been demoing through this entire thing, and they look pretty clean. They're built-in Sketch, so we're using the Sketch method of creating unions and subtracts and whatnot, but they have hidden secrets. And you can only really see that if you go in here and look. So I have this item, this square here, and it is a combination of 2 paths, the inside and the outside. Right below that, I have this square, this rounded rectangle, and its only job is to knock out the missing piece of the solid rectangle behind it. We can clean this up. So as an example, I'm going to drag all these down here just to start doing this. And I can take this and let's just ungroup it for the second. Let's get rid of all this. We'll open it right up so that we don't have to do that. We have these 2 paths here. We don't need this 3rd path. So we have the rectangle on the bottom and then this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 and, well, we'll take them all actually, and create a union. Okay, so that joins them all together. Now in here we can subtract this 1 piece, and now it's way cleaner. Instead of being 4 paths, it's only 3, and that's going to save us code. Same thing with this over here. This is a group, so we haven't actually joined these up, but we have the bottom rectangle, the hollow one, and the one on top. We can simplify this by ungrouping again, okay? And we want to, again, make these a union, and then just go in here and change this to subtract. So now it's really, really clean. And I totally did that backwards. Oh man, I'm gonna move this one up and this one down, just like this, so that we keep them all in order, okay? This last one is pretty much the same. We have multiple paths here. We've cleaned it up a little bit in order to get the right subtract going, but we still have this thing here. And so let's just quickly ungroup that down here. I'm going to open it up, ungroup that, and it's going to monkey around, but that's okay. We can just go and subtract this again. Whoops, not subtract this. Let's do none. It has a weird way, Sketch has a weird way of putting the smaller rectangle underneath. We want that on top, and then subtract. And now we have that exact same object, only without the internal groupings. Okay, to show you what this would look like, I can grab this one right now and copy as SVG, move that over to here and paste in the markup, and it's going to give me 279 bytes. It's taking it from 472 to 279. That is not a savings of 59, that's reducing to 59%, which is really cool. I could copy this out and do the thing, and here's all those sensible defaults. Just really, really cool. I think the only one that I really change is one that is further down for prefer view box to width height. That's the only one that I've changed in these sensible defaults. But getting back to this thing, we have the shape. It is 279 bytes, which is pretty small. That is pretty good. Now let's go and look at the other one, okay? It looks exactly the same. It's almost exactly the same. We can copy this code, paste it in here, and it actually saves us 1 extra byte, which might not seem like a lot, but it can be. And so we should be cleaning these icons up. My preferred way, again, I can quickly grab this, copy, demo it in, paste, 257 bytes, this one, copy SVG, paste it in. I could do this pretty much the entire time, and 253. So we're saving a bunch there, okay? My preferred way to work with icon jar is to start by just cleaning up all the icons, optimizing them as much as possible, and then giving them sensible names and importing them into icon jar. And once we do that, it gets really easy because now we have these icons in here, and all we have to do is grab one, and just like we've been doing, we drag it out, put it over here. I don't know why this is open right now. Thank you. I don't want that. There we go. And it will add it for us. And of course, compress it down. This one's a little bit tricky. There might be some weird sizing in there or something. So I should probably do that. But we can do it that way, or we can copy as SVG, inline or formatted. It doesn't matter because it's going to compress it for us. Paste that in. And now we're down to 356 bytes. So a couple different ways of getting images out of icon jar, out of Sketch. You could probably use similar techniques for Illustrator. Very easy. Definitely optimize your images. Really simple.